Well, I am the loud little ducky, and today I am just going to do a video about an open letter that I wrote in support of Johnny Depp to counteract the ones written in support of Amber Heard. So let's jump into what I have to say. June 1st, 2022, Johnny Depp won his defamation case against ex-Amber Heard. This trial showed that the last 6 years of believing Heard, the world was duped. It showed that everything she had done has all been a purposeful lie. Johnny Depp was the abused party in the case and relationship. The spinning done by mainstream media and fake feminists, it was eye-opening and rightfully so. It showed that #MenToo can be victims as well and was an amazing inspiration for men who have been victims. Believe all women should be a thing of the past. Victims come in both genders. Assailants also come in both genders. Many disagree with Depp's supporters. People like A.O. Scott of the New York Times statements. Scott stated, the vilification of Miss Heard and ongoing online harassment of her and those who have voiced support for her have been unprecedented in both vitriol and scale. The supporters of Heard think that it is okay to aim behavior they say they are against at others for disagreeing. Men deserve it, but a woman? You better not say anything about their wrongdoings. Believe all women, the misandry believers state. Dr. Charlotte Proudman, a barrister in the UK, when speaking about Depp versus Heard, says the evidence has got nothing to do with this case. Author Ella Dawson states domestic violence isn't something that we should both sides. DV experts conclude Amber Heard was the victim. What in the unjust system is this kind of thinking? I don't see the closed-minded views on things is the flex of supporters you think it is. Don't believe your eyes and ears, only listen to me is their motto. Be blind to the truth and just see my truth. Well, that's not how anyone should operate. Open your eyes, have an open mind, listen to what is happening. It is okay to be wrong and admit that. We are human. I'll agree, there are plenty of misinformation. It is being spread by the media that can't come to the terms with being wrong. The evidence in the verdict proved Depp did not abuse Heard. Misandry was happening. Hate for men, not misogyny. No one mocked any abuse. However, the lies and the exaggerations of the allegations were. You can't mock something that never happened. If anyone is mocking a victim, it would be those crying wolf and no one believing the hoax. Society felt like we had been punked for 6 years. The industry didn't protect Depp from 2016 to 2022. Depp endured all this hate on baseless and false lies created and plotted to destroy a person because she didn't get her way. Depp was a get-rich-quick scheme. Supporters always say it was about entertainment and money for social media grifters. Depp supporters state in reply to that statement, mainstream media makes money as well. You make money on your viewerships and advertising. You can say, but we have journalistic integrity and ethics. To this I reply, no, you do not have journalistic integrity or ethics when you don't report facts, but your own agenda. Dave Brewer of Media Helping Media writes, integrity is essential if a journalist wants to investigate issues thoroughly in order to find the truth. A journalist with integrity can't be bought, swayed, or influenced. They do not accept favors, bribes, or promises. Supporters and anti-mainstream media viewers are turning to legal commentary because we are learning the legalities and the procedures of a trial without having another person's agenda and view being pushed on us. The lawyers and lawyer adjacent content are being dragged through the mud for what? Is it jealousy, greed, ego, losing the narrative, mixture, or all of the above? Since we looked at the journalistic integrity and ethics codes, let's see what a bar association's lawyer's oath is. According to the American Bar Association, a solemn attestation of the truth or inviolability of one's words. This is an oath that every new attorney on the day their license is received and is a condition to hold that law license. Which one seems to be held to a higher standard of integrity and ethics? Clue. It isn't those behind the mainstream media. Stand with Johnny Depp. As a person against lies, gaslighting, and abuse, you should be condemned, Amber. You tried to gaslight everyone and ruin a life. You tried to tell the jury, believe me, or else you set a bad precedent that no woman can be believed without proof. You're right, it may have started a bad precedent. It was not because a man was believed, and that you, a female, isn't just automatically believed. It isn't because an abuser won and is just further abused. The precedent that you, Amber Heard, set was that because of people like you lie about a horrible thing no one ever wants to go through. Heard made a mockery of victims and the legal system in 3 continents. You lied about donating to sick children. What kind of human does that? A narcissistic abuser, a liar, and a master at gaslighting. That's who. I would like to think that every side should dislike intimate partner violence, IPV, sexual assault, SA, and domestic violence, DV. There should be 0 in these statistics, but that's far from reality. It would also be great if people could be taken at their word. It's just not the world we live in. Let's look at reality with some statistics. For IPV, 1 in every 9 men and every 1 in 4 women are victims. This meaning in a room of 10, 3, 1 male and 2 females, will have suffered IPV. For DV, 1 in every 6 to 7 men and 1 in every 4 women are victims, equaling to about 757,000 men to 1.516 million women. For SA, 1 in every 10 men and 1 in every 4 women are victims. Here is graphing to show. Now, yes, is there more females that are victims? Yes. But are we going to say that those victims, that 1 out of 10, 1 out of 6, they don't matter? Why don't they matter? They matter just as much as the 1 in every 4. Just because it's not equal to the amount does not mean that it does not happen and that they don't deserve the same respect, the same protections. It is not something that is biased in genders. Anybody of any gender, age, race, religion can be a victim, not just females. While false accusations are being made as well, majority of the false rape allegations come from women for some ulterior motive. False accusations of SA are only about 10% of the total allegations in rape cases. The problem is a bigger problem because it takes resources away from actual victims, destroys an innocent person's life. Even after they are cleared and maybe sue, they will always be fighting against claims that were proven to be false and fake. It's a forever lasting stigmata tied to their name and image, which is usually what the person who made the false claim intended. 100 victims, 10% being false, 49% real, and 31% though unreported. Are we going to say that because there is only 10% that that 10% doesn't matter? Because I think that those people that are falsely accused would say otherwise. And hopefully you would say otherwise if that ever happened to you or anybody that you loved. They do matter. And we want those unreported to report. Changes need to happen. So with looking at all the statistics as a whole, many, if not all the signers of Heard's open letter want to just look at the male percentage of victims and say they don't matter. Only women victims matter. These people should be ashamed saying that men aren't true victims. Who cares about evidence and truth? Depp is a male with money and power. That apparently equals abuse. Quote from Jeannie Pirro: Heard faced the wrath of the truth finders, the system of justice, and the civil system from the verdict of the defamation trial. I say, just because you don't like the outcome you got, doesn't mean it is factually wrong. Facts don't care about feelings. So that is the letter that I wrote and published. I will also have in the description box the link to go sign in support of this letter. If you are so inclined, please share it out, like, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.